Hi, Steve, here in my workshop in Bellevue, Nebraska for Shopsmith Mark4 7520. Some of you have asked if the new Shopsmith self-study course can be done on their Model 510 or Model 500 machines. And the answer to the question is yes. And I want to give you some caveats on doing the course on those machines. First of all, if you have the 510 machine, your table is going to look identical to what I have right here on this Mark IV. The difference is you're not going to have this fence here. So that's the difference you'll have. In the manual itself, all the pictures and photographs were done using the 520 table system, but you can still do the course on the 510 just fine. Your fence will be different. So how's that going to impact your doing the course with this fence? It's going to impact it very little. The only place it's going to affect it is in cases in the course where I have things attached to the side of the fence, like you see this L fence here. But in the course, I tell you that rather than mounting here, you can just clamp it to your fence. So you'll be able to do that same thing on the 510 or even on the 500 if you take the course using those machines. Also, on the other jig or fixture here is this clamp, which you'll make yourself. That won't be affected at all on the 510. This here you won't even need to even make on the 500. You won't be able to use it on the 500 because the 500 does not have T-slots in the table, or it has one in the top of the later model fence, but this was not designed to be used in the top of the fence. It was designed to be used in the side of the fence or on the table. So this particular item you just won't make. You're welcome to make it if you want to on the 500, but you won't be able to use it on your machine. But the L fence and all the other jigs and fixtures that you make in the course, you can use on either machine. Also, the only other difference is in the course, I go through using the magnetic rule that you see here. And of course, the 510 and the 500 do not have that on those machines. So all those places in the course, you'll just use a tape measure instead of setting your fence with the magnetic rule. Other than that, everything else in the course you can run just as the way it goes right through the book itself. And of course, the course has 10 lessons in it, 50 assignments. And so the ripping, those assignments will be identical on all the machines. Same thing on the cross-cutting. Those assignments will be the same on all of them. Horizontal boring will be the same. Horizontal routing, the disc sander, that'll be the same. Lathe turning, drill press, over table routing. Now, under table shaping, that particular lesson, you can only do that lesson if you have the dual tilt. So if you have upgraded your 510 to have dual tilt on it, you actually can do that particular lesson. You won't be able to do that on the 500 because the 500 was never able to be upgraded to a dual tilt. So, and then the leg jigs and fixtures, you can still do all of those. I just went through on the exceptions on those. So for those of you who have asked that question, yes, you can do the course very easily on those machines. Of course, now I will make one exception here, and that is when we get to doing sheet goods. On sheet goods, I teach in the course to use all the extension tables, and on the 500, you won't have any of those things. And so I'm going to recommend you skip that one particular assignment on sheet goods, unless by some chance you have extension table on both ends of your machine and also have some in-feed support and out-feed support and a person to help you. If you have all of those things, yeah, you could still do that using the sheet goods assignment. But most of you aren't going to have that, so I would say probably just skip that if you have the 500. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.